1.
Welcome to the Marne Report.
Hey, Fort Stewart. It's Kevin Larson coming at you with this week's edition of the Marne Report from the Fort Stewart Public Affairs Office, one of the many fine products that we produce for your listening and viewing pleasure. I am joined by Major Steve Orban, the Operations Officer for 2nd Armored Brigade Combat Team, and he's going to talk to us about hashtag tanks are loud. Sir, it's a pleasure to have you on the show.
Thanks. Great to be here.
Great to be here. Absolutely great to have you. We hear Sparta is going to be heading to the range. When will you guys and gals be out there putting lead on targets?
So the Spartan Brigade is coming out of modernization, and with that we head into our collective training. We'll be out there really the beginning of August through the end of November. So we're doing a lot of platoon live fires, low-level collective training, really throughout the entire 4-month period.
So 4 months of being out there. It's going to get noisy. It's going to get dusty. And you just touched on a really important point about coming out of that glide path toward being the most modern brigade, one of the most modern brigades in the Army. You guys, and I keep saying you guys, you folks, you have new main battle tanks, new infantry fighting vehicles, new self-propelled howitzers. What can you tell me about these new vehicles, and are they louder than the older ones?
So what I can tell you is that they are definitely increasing the lethality of our formation. They're more user-friendly. Our soldiers are becoming experts on them. They're not louder, to the contrary. They make about the same amount of booms as you've heard in the past. Don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but they're definitely increasing our ability to do our job.
So, yeah, I mean, the booms that people hear here around Fort Stewart, I mean, some people are used to it, some people are not. But as we like to say, when we do get the calls, it's the sound of freedom. And funny you should mention that they are no louder, because I actually was headed out to the fuel point here on Fort Stewart in our TMP to fuel it up, our government truck. And some M109s, the nice green new ones, came driving past, and they sounded a lot quieter in terms of engine noise.
Yeah, with the new chassis, it is probably the fact that they are brand new. We'll break them in, but most of the vehicles that we're driving around in, they're quieter from the outside. I can tell you that the JLTVs definitely are. Inside's a different story, but we'll take care of that. So
nice. So you already kind of mentioned it again, but for folks not really paying attention, mowing their lawn. But how long will you guys be out there training?
So for any real training period, it won't be more than 2 weeks, but those 2 weeks will come in increments over the next 4 months. So really the beginning of August till, like I said, the end of November-ish, we'll have a culminating fire support coordination exercise. So you'll hear artillery, you'll hear helicopters, potentially some fixed-wing aircraft in the area.
Okay, so off and on. Not every day, possibly, but throughout that time span.
Yeah, not every day.
Not every day, but people can expect to be hearing some sort of booming coming from Fort Stewart.
Yes.
Very good. All right, let's pause now for a short break, and we'll be right back after this message.
The 3rd Infantry Division's Marne Hall of Fame recognizes dog-faced soldiers that served and left a lasting impact on the 104-year-old organization. The Marne Hall of Fame Association is now accepting nominations in 2 categories: the Marne Hall of Fame and distinguished members of the division. Anyone can nominate eligible individuals who have brought great honor to the division through their actions and sacrifice. Eligible Hall of Fame nominees are soldiers of any rank who serve in the division. Distinguished members nominees can be U.S. or foreign military members and civilians with very successful careers who serve at least 1 year in the 3rd ID. For more information and to make a nomination, visit home.army.mil/Stewart.
And we're back. I'm with Major Orban from 2nd Armored Brigade Combat Team, the Spartan Brigade. And we're talking about Sparta hitting the range here on Fort Stewart in the coming few days, weeks here, August time frame to start it off. So you guys will be firing for the next few weeks. What time of day can people expect to be hearing noise coming from us?
So we're going to be doing day live fires as well as night live fires, and that's tied to our mission that we have to conduct. Really, the hardest thing for us to do is to really conduct combined arms maneuver at night. So we're getting after that throughout the period. So if you hear shooting in the daytime, you're probably going to hear shooting in the evening hours as well.
So, like you said, you'll be firing at night. Why is that so important? I mean, you've touched on it, but why is it so important for the soldiers in the brigade to not only train and be proficient in daytime? Why do they have to be proficient at nighttime as well?
So as we kind of get into this crazy world that we have, we've got obviously some near-peer threats that are emerging. And owning the night, being able to operate at night, it is a risk reduction to our forces, and it gives us a tactical, operational, and somewhat of a strategic edge over our enemies. So we're honing those skills over the next few months.
Right, and it's interesting that you mentioned that near-peer threat. I mean, currently, 1st Armored Brigade Combat Team is deployed to Europe, and they were on the ranges most recently during the colder months when that cold air keeps the noise really, it doesn't suppress it. It actually allows the noise to travel further, and we had a record number of calls coming in, people going, what is that noise? For the first time, we had calls from parts of the area that we'd never gotten calls before. And then the routine people who do call. There's one gentleman in particular, very polite, calls every year when it's cold. I miss him if he doesn't call. But yeah, I mean, there is a process for everyone listening. If you are hearing too much noise coming from Fort Stewart, there is a complaint process. The phone number is 912-435-9879. You'll actually be talking to me. I am the noise complaint hotline. We file a report. It gets sent to our public works folks who track the noise. It's sent to our range control folks who know when things are going off on the ranges. And the garrison leadership is also informed of that complaint. But yes, we do track all the noise complaints that do come in. So, and 2nd Brigade is going to be out there too. Fortunately, it's going to be a little bit warmer, but I mean, we can expect to hear something, right?
Yep, for sure.
For sure. So is there anything I forgot to ask, anything you want to close out with?
No, we just want to close out with, we in 2nd Brigade, we appreciate all the support that the community, our friends and our family provide the Spartans and Fort Stewart and 3ID. So, send me Rock of the Marne.
Send me Rock of the Marne and hashtag tanks are loud. That's it for this week's edition of the Marne Report. Thanks for listening, and join us again soon.
Trusted Traveler has resumed at Fort Stewart and Hunter Army Airfield. Trusted Traveler allows all DoD ID cardholders to vouch for all occupants in their vehicle. The DoD ID cardholder must be the driver unless observed medical conditions prevent vehicle operation. Trusted Traveler hours are 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, Monday through Sunday at all gates. After 9 p.m., all occupants of the vehicle will be subject to 100% ID card check at open gates except Rio Gate on Hunter. After 9 p.m., please use Montgomery Gate on Hunter. Contractors and AIE cardholders are not authorized Trusted Traveler. Visitor Control Center hours remain 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. at both Hunter and Stewart.